Hello students, welcome to the next lecture of chemical bonding. In the previous lecture we discussed about types of bond as we started with a question, okay, why bonding take place, how bonding take place and what kind of a bond. So we discussed the type of bond as covalent, ionic, and in detail we also discussed about different variations you find in covalent and ionic bond, that was intramolecular force of attraction. In this lecture we are going to focus more on why particular atoms combine and how they combine. So the simplest reason which comes into your mind, okay, why atom combines is to attain stability, and when they attain stability the energy of the system get minimized, and of course like us, okay, we work the entire day, in the night time we sleep, we try to minimize our energy for the entire day. We get up in the morning, we are charged up, we have a meal, we go for a walk. When you go for a walk, we actually what do? We actually try to minimize the energy, yes, to attain stability at the night time. So in the simple manner we can say that two atom combines to attain stability and to minimize energy. But the question comes, what kind of stability? So this was first explained, a logical explanation was given by two scientists, that is Cosell and J. Lewis in 1916, and their explanation was logical on the basis of observation. It is a factual observation. Like if I ask you, and what is that observation? If I ask you group 18, common answer, it's a noble gas. They are noble gases. Why they are called as noble gases? They are stable, they do not react. Why? Because they have 8 electrons in the outermost shell. An exception is helium, which has duplet 2 electrons. So if the substance have 2 electrons or the 8 electron in the outermost shell, they are stable. It's kind of observation. You're observing those molecules, but those observations are correct, but not up to not for different kinds of reaction. Yes, they react to a certain extent to form a certain compounds, but maximum time they don't react. So it's a kind of observation. So Cosell and Lewis, they observe these molecules, the noble gases. Why they don't react? They studied their electronic structure, because in reaction electron participates, and when they find a similarity in the electronic structure, they have, all of them have 8 electrons in the outermost shell, therefore they don't react. They came up with an idea, okay, they came up with an idea, or you can say the first theory they have proposed to explain why bonding take place and what sort of stability. So that is known as octet theory, an octet rule, you can say. And what is that kind of octet rule and octet theory? They observed different molecules and a combination, and they came up with an idea after the observation. Two atoms, when they combine, they either share the pair of electrons, they gain or lose the pair of electrons, or one electron or a pair of electron or more than that, to attain what? To attain octet in the outermost shell. So that was the simplest theory put forward by these two scientists to give a logical explanation why two atom combines, and that theory is we can call it as a octet rule or octet theory. So in 1916 the first explanation why atom combine is the octet rule or octet theory. Now what is this octet theory? It talks about atom combines either by sharing, losing or gaining electrons to have complete octet in the outermost shell. For example, you talk about NaCl. So Na is 2, 8, 1 in the elemental state. Chlorine is 2, 8, 7. It has 1 electron in the outermost shell. It has 7 electrons in the outermost shell. So when sodium and chlorine comes together, this electron from the sodium, dot C represent karta hu, it goes to the chlorine to form ionic bonds, and you know aware of why these electron travel, because of greater electronegativity difference and low ionization potential, high electron gain enthalpy, and they convert themselves into Na plus and Cl minus, and together by electrostatic force of attraction. You have studied this. Now when they form Na plus, it becomes 2, 8, Cl minus becomes 2, 8, 8. So the octet is complete. Like in case of methane, carbon has 4 electrons in the outermost shell, hydrogen has 1 electron in the outermost shell, so they actually share these pair of electrons form a covalent bond, and here you can say carbon has 8 electron in the outermost shell. So basic idea of octet theory and octet rule by Cosell and Lewis is to give a kickstart to the theories explaining why bonding take place. So according to them, the bonding take place because of the observation of noble gases. Okay, bonding between two atoms take place to attain octet rule. But this rule is not valid for hydrogen molecule, for helium, because in hydrogen we have 2 electrons, that is duplet. Helium has 2 electrons in the outermost shell, that is duplet. So for them there is duet rule. You cannot apply octet rule for this theory. But these octet rules have few limitations. Now what are the limitations of octet rule? First thing, it could not able to explain bonding in those molecules which have less than 8 electron in the outermost shell. मतलब ऐसे भी molecule होते हैं, there are few molecules which have 6 electrons in the outermost shell, 4 electron in the outermost shell, yes, yet they exist in nature. For example, of incomplete octet, for example, molecules like boron trifluoride. Boron trifluoride, if you talk about their structure, outermost shell, that is boron and fluorine sharing 1 electron. Again fluorine sharing 1 electron. 7 में से 1 electron share किया. So now boron have 6 electron in the outermost shell, like beryllium dichloride, BeCl2. Chlorine outermost shell 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1 from beryllium. Beryllium again 1. Outermost shell, electronic configuration beryllium 2, 2. So 2 is the outer electron. Chlorine is again, see properly, sharing 1 electron. You can say that. Again, this is the beryllium dichloride. Here it has only 4 electron in the outermost shell of the beryllium. Yet this molecule exists. Lithium chloride. Lithium chloride, if you remember from the last lecture, more of covalent characteristic. Lithium chloride. Lithium chloride has, if you talk about structure, chlorine is again having 7 electron, lithium is having only 1 electron, 2, 1, atomic number 3, 2, 1. So 1 is the outermost electron. So here you can see clearly lithium has only 2 electrons in the outermost shell. Even after they appear more of covalent and sharing these electrons. So these are the molecules which have less than 8 electrons in the outermost shell. Yet they exist. So octet rule was just an observation, not an exact reason why bonding take place. Second limitation, it also could not able to explain those molecules which have expanded octet. For example, molecule like PCl5, phosphorus pentachloride, in which outermost shell of the phosphorus, if you see, each bond has 2 electrons, there are total 5 bonds. So 5 into 2, 10 electrons. 10 electron in the outermost shell. We talk about H2SO4. I can draw H2SO4 like this, a double bond between sulfur and oxygen, 2 oxygen. So here sulfur is, you can see properly, 6 bond, matlab 6 into 2, 12 electron in the outermost shell. Molecule like sulfur hexafluoride, sulfur attached to 6 fluorine. Now if you see, sulfur is forming how many bonds? 6 bond in the outermost shell. 6 into 2, 12 electrons. So these are the molecules which have more than 12 electron in the outermost shell. Yet their properties is not explained, cannot be explained on the basis of octet rule, because octet rule is limited to only those molecules which are having 8 electron after bonding. Baki, for these molecules there is no perfect explanation. Third, I'll give you more examples. Molecules which have odd electrons. Matlab not 6, not 8, not 4. Odd electron like 7. For example, NO, nitric oxide. See properly, in case of nitric oxide, this nitrogen molecule, oxygen molecule 2, 2, 4, bond में 5, 6, 7, 8. Oxygen का octet complete है. Octet of oxygen is complete. But for nitrogen, see, for oxygen, there are 2 lone pairs. So total 4 electrons in lone pair in the vicinity of oxygen. And there are 2 bonds. 2 bonds mean again 4 electrons. So total 4 plus 4, 8 electron. But if you talk about these nitrogen, this nitrogen have 2 electrons and 2 electrons from this bonds. Total 4, 5, 6 and 7 electrons in the outermost shell. So it has an odd electron. This cannot be explained on the basis of octet rule. So there are many molecules which have incomplete octet, many which have expanded octet, many which have odd electron. One more molecule like NO2. In case of NO2, it also has 1 electron. सो NO2 का अगर मुझे स्ट्रक्चर कुछ ऐसा बनाना है तो इट फॉर्म्स अ कोऑर्डिनेट बॉन्ड लाइक दिस के इट इज N डबल बॉन्ड O. Here also there is oxygen, but nitrogen के outermost में there are total 5 electrons. So if you talk about those 5 electrons in the outermost shell of the nitrogen, so 1 electron will remain as odd. So now here for oxygen the octet is complete, but for nitrogen this is a coordinate bond given to the oxygen. So here in this case this nitrogen is again having odd electron concept. Here there is a coordinate bond. Coordinate bond we can say a pair of electron donated by nitrogen itself. So oxygen has 8 electron, this oxygen has 8 electron, but the central nitrogen has only 7 electron. So these are the molecules which have odd electron, which cannot be explained on the basis of octet theory. So there is a limitation of octet rule. So that's what I said, कि octet rule is basically on the basis of observation, plus this rule cannot help us to understand geometry of the molecule. मतलब for example if I say methane molecule, so methane molecule has a certain geometry where these hydrogen atoms, when the HCH bond, these hydrogen atoms are arranged in such a manner that they form a tetrahedral structure. See, they are appearing to be a tetrahedral type, where the bond angle HCH bond angle is 109 degree and 28 minutes. So geometry of the molecule भी explain नहीं कर सकती ये theory. So no geometry, no reactivity also. For example, if I talk about halogens, क्या halogens react करते हैं? Yeah, to some extent they react. For example, xenon can form XeOF2 molecule, बना सकता है. Then it can be XeF2 difluoride, बना सकता है. There are some molecules which can be formed when this noble gas, higher noble gas of a higher molar mass, when they react, even krypton can form KrF2. So these reactivities of the molecule plus their geometry plus the molecules which have expanded octet, which have incomplete octet, which have odd electron, cannot be explained on the basis of octet rule. So this was the limitation of octet rule. But you know what, using this Lewis ka theory, we can easily able to draw structures of few molecule. That is the electronic structure of their outermost shell. So let's talk about those applications of Lewis theory. कि इससे क्या हम लोगों को फायदा है Lewis theory से. Let's talk about that. So to understand the application, we should be aware of some few basic terms from the Lewis theory, and let's talk about that. First is the first is Lewis electronic structure of structure of an atom. Electronic structure. In this electronic structure, we represent a particular atom with its valence electron. A particular atom with a valence electron. A symbol of an atom, more precisely, symbol of an atom with valence electron. Now what is valence electron? Valence electron is the electron in outermost shell. That is valence electron. For example, if I say hydrogen का Lewis structure बनाना, hydrogen atom, so hydrogen has only one electron, so it's a hydrogen का हो गया. Then suppose helium, so helium has 2 electrons in the outermost shell. Then if you talk about lithium, so lithium is 2,1, 1 electron in the outermost shell. Now I'll write down here. So hydrogen with 1 electron, then helium with 2 electrons, then lithium has 2,1, 1 electron in the outermost shell. Then the same period we have beryllium 2,2, it has 2 electron in the outermost shell. Then we have boron 2,3, 3 electron in the outermost shell. Then you have carbon, that is 2,4, 4 electrons in the outermost shell. Then you have nitrogen, which has 5 electron in the outermost shell. Then after nitrogen you have oxygen, which has 6 electrons in the outermost shell. Then you have fluorine with 7 electrons in the outermost shell. So with the help of this, you can draw the Lewis structure of a particular atom. In this structure, you write the symbol of a particular atom and represent its valence electron with a dot. Therefore, this structure is also called as electronic dot structure. Secondly, you can also find valency of particular atom. Now, what is valency? So, you have to remember valency is basically the combining capacity, or you can say more precisely, number of electrons used, simple, for bonding. Either it can be ionic bond, it can be covalent bond, doesn't matter. Number of electron used for bonding, that is basically the valency of a particular atom. Like hydrogen uses only 1 electron. So the valency of hydrogen is 1. Okay. Helium, it will be 0. Lithium is making only 1 bond, so therefore valency is 1. Beryllium is making 2 bonds, valency is 2. Boron is making 3 bonds, valency is 3. Carbon is making 4 bonds, valency is 4. Nitrogen is again making 3 bonds. Normally, like in case of ammonia, it is making 3 bonds. The valency is 3. Oxygen is make 2 bonds, so valency is 2. Fluorine makes only 1 bond, valency is 1. So how to find valency basically? So for few atoms, valency is 2 minus number of electron in the outermost shell. For hydrogen and helium, it is valence 2 minus number of electron in the outermost shell. So here hydrogen has how many electron in the outermost shell? 1. So 2 minus 1, that is valency become 1. Helium is 2 minus 2, the valency becomes 0. For few atom, from lithium to carbon, it is the number of electron minus outermost shell. So lithium has only 1 electron in the outermost shell. Beryllium has 2 electrons in the outermost shell. Boron is 3, carbon is 4. That is equal to the valency. And for few atoms, valency is nothing but 8 minus number of electron in the outermost shell. For example, nitrogen, there is 5, 8 minus 5 electron in the outermost shell. So 8 minus 5, 3. For oxygen, it is 8 minus 6, that is 2. For fluorine, it is 8 minus 7, that is 1. So respective group में भी आप apply कर सकते हो इस केस के अंदर. Like group 1 है lithium, sodium, potassium, rubidium, valency 1 आएगा. Beryllium, magnesium, calcium, strontium, barium, valency 2 आ गया. Carbon family, carbon, silicon, germanium, valency is 4. You can apply that in respective family. So this was the valency and the valence electron. Now the second application, I'll rub this out. The second application, this was for a single atom. The second application is Lewis dot structure for electronic structure for polyatomic molecules. So to make polyatomic molecules, more than one atom, you need to apply certain rule. वो rules थोड़ा ध्यान में समझ लेने का. Okay, you need to understand those rules. I will dictate those rules. You just write it down. I won't write every rule on the board. I will try to explain with the help of an example the different rule to write down an electronic structure for a molecule, मतलब more than one atom, polyatomic molecules. So let's take an example. Example ले लेते. Give you 3 examples to understand. Let's take an example of ozone, O3. So what do you do if you want to write down the electronic structure? First of all, ये समझना ज़रूरी है. The most important part you need to understand that these electronic structures are basically the valence electron structure, the outermost electronic structure, not the innermost. First thing you need to understand. Okay, so these are valence electronic structure, dot structure. Now, what do you do in the step 1? In step 1, you count valence electron. Okay, for example, ozone है. तो ओजोन के लिए वैलेंस इलेक्ट्रॉन कितना होगा? वैलेंस इलेक्ट्रॉन इज द आउटरमोस्ट इलेक्ट्रॉन. ऑक्सीजन के एटॉमिक नंबर इज 8. So it is 2,6. So it has 6 electron in the outermost shell. So if you talk about 3 oxygen, so it is 3 into 6. That is 18 electrons. They have valence electron 18. Now suppose sometime I give you a species विच हैज नेगेटिव चार्ज ऑन इट, उस पर नेगेटिव चार्ज है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल इफ आई राइट डाउन CO3-2 और मैंने बोला इसका वैलेंस इलेक्ट्रॉन क्या है. सो फॉर कार्बोनेट आयन, carbon outermost electron is 4, oxygen 3 into 16, plus they have 2 extra electrons, so add 2 to it. So 18, 19, 20 plus 4, 24 electron. Suppose I give you a NH4 plus ammonium ion. What is the valence electron in ammonium ion? So nitrogen is 5 electron in the outermost shell, hydrogen is 1, so 4 into 1. But since there is a positive charge, means 1 electron is less, so you do -1 for each positive charge. Okay, negative charge, for each negative charge add 1, for each positive charge subtract 1, so it becomes 5 plus 6, 5 plus 3, 1 will be subtracted, so 5, 6, 7, 8 electrons in the outermost shell. Okay, so this is how you calculate valence electron in the first case. Second, you make a skeletal structure. Basic structure. What is skeletal structure? For ozone, there are 3 oxygen. So you place it. Okay, one at the side. You place one in the center and to the side of it, left and right. But suppose ये skeletal structure होता for okay, for HNO3, nitric acid. So what do you do in this case? In this case, it's an acid basically. और acid में hydrogen हमेशा, you just need to have a little bit idea about acid base, little bit idea about molecules where the hydrogens are directly attached to a carbon. For example, if I talk about HNO3, so here in this case, leaving hydrogen, you leave hydrogen, so there is NNO. If you compare electronegativity of NNO, then the less electronegative atom, that is N, should be written in the center. Less electronegative atom. Then you surround 3 oxygen with it. And hydrogen will goes to the oxygen. If it is an acid, obviously hydrogen is attached to an oxygen. अगर acid होगा तो hydrogen हमेशा O के साथ attach होगा. अब ये example देख लो. For example, if I give you HCHO, formaldehyde. So you're leaving hydrogen, you have carbon oxygen. Now it's not an acid basically. So the skeletal structure will be less electronegativity is carbon. You have to forget hydrogen. You have to take all other element except hydrogen. यहाँ पर जैसा मैंने छोड़ दिया था, O के साथ कनेक्ट किया था because वो एक acid है. So if you talk about this HCHO, you leave hydrogen, so you have CNO. So you write C in the center, surrounded by oxygen. Now it's not an acid, so hydrogens are directly attached to the carbon in this case. So that is why H is written separately. It is attached to a carbon. Okay. Now again, if I write down H2CO3, carbonic acid, so leave hydrogen. Now this is an acid. Yes, carbonic acid is an acid. So obviously hydrogen should be attached to oxygen. So you have C attached to what? 3 oxygen. C is the less electronegative element between C and O, and 2 hydrogen with the oxygen. So you have to see कि which element you are making basically. अब जैसा मैंने बोल दिया hydrogen cyanide. In hydrogen cyanide, everyone is aware कि hydrogen is not attached to nitrogen. It is attached to carbon. So the skeletal structure will be carbon nitrogen में से less electronegative is carbon. You put nitrogen here, you put a hydrogen here in cyanide. So this is how you need to write down the skeletal structure of different molecules. अब यहाँ पर तो तीनों atoms same है. So I'm writing one in the center and two at side. Okay. So this is how you write down skeletal structure for a different element. Now suppose the skeletal structure you need to write down for NO3-1. Now it's an ion. There are 2 atoms, less is nitrogen, you surrounded by 3 oxygen. Skeletal structure, simple. Carbon monoxide. तो CO है, तो skeletal structure will be CNO. दो ही है. Now suppose carbon dioxide, CO2. So carbon less electronegative in the center, surrounded by more electronegative atom. Simple है. If I talk about CH3Cl, methyl chloride. So 3 hydrogen. From organic chemistry you have studied that hydrogen here is not attached to chlorine, it is attached to carbon. And carbon or chlorine में से less electronegative it is carbon. So put carbon here, chlorine, hydrogen, hydrogen, hydrogen. Don't attach it with chlorine. It is only attached with more, hydrogen is only attached with more electronegative atoms if it is an acid. Otherwise, molecule देखते हैं का. So this is the basic skeletal structure. I'll rub this out. Now, after a skeletal structure and after finding out valence electron, What is the third point? The step 3 is to make a single bond using 2 electrons. Obviously, a bond is made up of 2 electrons. So you take oxygen, 2 electron, oxygen, 2 electron, oxygen. See, I've made single bond between them. Then step 4, complete the octet of more electronegative atoms or atoms at the side of central atom, and place remaining electrons जो इलेक्ट्रॉन बच जाएंगे on central atom, but make sure you complete duplet for hydrogen, not octet for hydrogen, duplet for hydrogen. मतलब here in this case I have already used 4 electrons and I have outermost में कितने electrons? 18. So I make this first कि जो मैंने बनाया था पहले, 4 electrons are used to make a single bond. Now 18 minus 4, so 14 is remaining with me. So what I do? Since all 3 are oxygen, I have to complete the octet of the oxygen atoms which are placed at the side of central atom. This is a central atom, these 2 are placed aside, so I have to complete the octet. See, 2 electron in the vicinity of this oxygen, 3 4 5 6 7 8 हो गया, 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. See, so how many electrons I have used actually? 8 plus 8, 16 I have used. 2 are still remaining, place it on the central one. Now what do you do? In step 5, complete the octet of central atom by multiple bonds. So how you make a multiple bond? अब सेंट्रल एटम को एनालाइज करो. फर्स्ट ऑफ ऑल ट्राई टू एनालाइज कि सेंट्रल एटम का ऑक्टेट कंप्लीट है कि नहीं है. इट इज नॉट कंप्लीटेड. देन व्हाट यू नीड टू डू इन दैट केस? So let us analyze first. This central oxygen has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 electrons. So what do? You make multiple bond. How you make a multiple bond to complete the octet of central atom? You shift the required electrons from the atoms which are placed aside. मतलब from this oxygen or this oxygen, you shift a required electron. So central atom has 6 electron in the outermost shell. So how many electrons more you require? 2. So what do? चलो मैंने इस एटम से what I did, I shift this 2 electrons here. So now the structure become O, single bond O, double bond O with 2 lone pairs. And now this entire structure is a Lewis-Stokes structure for ozone. So it can be written as O, single bond O, 3 lone pairs of electron, 2 lone pairs of electron in the central one, and double bond O with 2 lone pairs on the third oxygen. Okay, so these are the rules we need to follow. Let's take some more example for it. Let's take some more example. For example, for example, I may take an example of carbon monoxide. So 2 element carbon mono. Let's talk about their valence electron. So carbon is 4, oxygen is 6, 6 plus 4, 10 electrons in the outermost shell. Skeletal structure will be CO. First you make a single bond. Now you complete the octet 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of more electronegative atom. Carbon oxygen में से ऑक्सीजन ही है. तो कितने इलेक्ट्रॉन यूज कर लिया मैंने? 8. 2 more remaining, place it on carbon. Now you have to complete the octet of carbon also. So what do? You shift electron. How many electrons you require? Carbon has 4 electrons, so you shift 4 more from the adjacent atom. So now the structure becomes C, triple bond O, 1 lone pair, 1 lone pair. So this can be written as C triple bond O with 1 lone pair. Simple. Follow the straight rule, you get the structure for this. Okay. Now, I hope understood. Let's take third example. Let's take an example of a carbonate ion from carbonic acid. Carbonate ion is CO3 minus 2. So count the valence electron. Carbon is 4, oxygen is 3 into 6 plus extra 2 electrons. So now it becomes 18 plus 2, 24 electrons you have. Now which is less electronegative? Carbon. Place 3 oxygen aside. Skeletal structure. Make a single bond. Then complete the octet of more electronegative atom. Okay, we'll complete that. Now, since they have a minus charge, when you fill all the electron, you have to place the minus charge on it. कैसे? जब पूरे electron place कर लोगे इस step में. See, already you have made single bond. You have used 6 electrons. How many remaining? 24 minus 6, that is 18. Now you complete the octet of more electronegative atom. So like start with this oxygen. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. See, but central atom complete है नहीं है. So क्या करेंगे हम लोग? What do you do? You shift electron from one of the, how many electron basically require? Carbon is having 6 electron in the outermost shell. 2 plus 2 plus 2. It requires 2 more electron. You shift from any of the oxygen. You shift here, from here, or from here, or from this oxygen. Doesn't matter. So now the structure become like this. C, single bond O with 3 lone pairs. Single bond O with 3 lone pairs, double bond O with 2 lone pairs. This is the carbonate ion. It can be written as C, single bond O, 3 lone pairs, single bond O, 3 lone pairs, double bond O, 2 lone pairs. And you count the total electron will be 8 plus 8 plus 8. 8 plus 8 plus 8, that is 24 electrons. And the charge on the molecule is minus 2. So minus 2 किधर आ रहा है? On this oxygen which is having an extra electron. That is why minus 1 minus 1. You have this. So this is all about carbonate ions. Let's take a draw a structure of nitric acid, HNO3. Now nitric acid is an acid. The formula for nitric acid is HNO3. Is 5, oxygen is 3 into 16. 3 6 is 18 plus 6 again becomes what? 24 electrons. Skeletal structure. You have to leave hydrogen since it is an acid. Acid में hydrogen किससे attach होता है? To the oxygen or to more electronegative atom. To more electronegative atom. So leaving hydrogen you have N and O. So N is less electronegative, so it will be in center. We have 3 oxygen and hydrogen is placed as one of the oxygen. So let's make a single bond. Use electrons. 1 2 1 2 1 2 1 2. Hydrogen duplet is complete. See properly. How many electrons we have used now? 2 plus 2 4 5 6 7 8 has been used from it. Okay, 8 मैंने use कर दिया. 16 are left. Now after making single bond, now complete the octet of more electronegative atom. Let's start. Hydrogen का duplet हो गया, done. Let's start with this oxygen. This oxygen has 1 2 3 4 electrons. So 4 more is required. So 1 2 3 4 2 lone pairs. कितने यूज कर लिया मैंने यहाँ पर? 8 9 10 11 12. अभी भी बहुत है. और this oxygen has 2 electrons. 3 4 5 6 7 8. 8 and 8 16 17 18. Now this oxygen has 2 electron. 1 2 3 4 5 6. Again 6 electron. Now how many have used? This is 8 8 and 8. 3 8s are 24. Used. Khatam. But does this nitrogen octet is complete? No. What you will do? You need to shift an electron from where? From one of the neighboring oxygen. But from which oxygen? We have 3. This oxygen which is attached to H, here attached to O, and this oxygen is also attached to N. ये सिर्फ N के साथ attached है, and this oxygen is already attached to H and N. But do you remember, valency of oxygen is 2. मतलब it can make 2 bonds. So here already this oxygen has made 2 bonds. So you cannot shift electron from this oxygen, which has 4 or which has 2 lone pairs. You have to shift oxygen from, we have to shift electron from that oxygen which has 3 lone pairs. Remember that. You cannot shift lone pair to make an electronic structure from oxygen which has 2 lone pairs, because already it has made 2 bonds and valency of oxygen is 2. If you shift this electron, it's like oxygen is making 3 bonds. No, the valence is 2. So what you will do, you shift the electron from this oxygen or this. I'll shift from here. So I'll get a structure O, 2 lone pair in the oxygen, bond pairs N, O, pair oxygen, hydrogen. See, the nitrogen octet is complete. So now we can write this structure as O with 2 lone pairs, 2 bond pairs. These are bond pairs because these electrons take parts in bond formation. So these are called as what? Bond pairs of electrons, and these are called as what? Lone pairs of electrons. O, N attached to O, again it has 3 lone pairs, single bond, oxygen, hydrogen. Structure of HNO3. Okay guys, very simple. But this is not applicable to those molecules. If you remember limitation of Lewis and octet theory, the octet theory is limited to only those molecules which have octet in the outermost shell. You cannot write, we can write dot structures for those molecules which have more than 8 electron in the outermost shell or less than 8 electron in the outermost shell. वो भी लिख सकते हैं, but these are exception cases, not actually applied to octet rule. For example, PCl5. So if I write down PCl5 का Lewis structure, so it becomes P like this. See, this will be the Lewis structure of PCl5. We can draw it, that's not a problem, but not with these rules, because these rules are only for octet. See, phosphorus having 10 electron in the outermost shell and chlorine is having 8 electron in the outermost shell. You can also draw it for NO, nitric oxide. Oxygen, valence electron is 6, nitrogen is 5, so 6 plus 5 is 11. First you make a single bond, then you complete the octet of more electronegative. Kitna ho gaya? 8, 3 are remaining, place it on nitrogen. Even if you shift this pair of electrons here, it becomes what? N, double bond O, 2 lone pairs. See properly, octet of oxygen is complete, but nitrogen is having how many electrons? 7. So these are exceptional cases which you should be aware of. तुमको पता होना चाहिए. Like H2SO4 में sulfur has 12 electron in the outermost shell. SF6 sulfur has 12 electron in the outermost shell. You should be aware of these molecules, but these rules do not apply to make these molecules, because these rules are strict to the octet theory. So this was the second application of drawing the Lewis and dot structure for polyatomic molecule. Now let's move on to the next application. The last application of Lewis is finding out formal charge, that is a charge assigned to an atom in a molecule when there is a equal distribution of electrons between the atom. So let's talk about formal charge. And formal charge is a charge assigned to an atom in a molecule assuming that all electrons are shared equally. All electrons are shared equally between the atoms. And to find formal charge, basically मैं यहाँ लिख सकता हूँ कि formal charge is a charge on an atom. In a molecule, assigned to a atom in a molecule where the electrons are equally shared, and the most important thing, you can find formal charge on a particular atom only if you are able to draw its Lewis and dot structure, Lewis dot structure, that is electronic structure. Once you draw the electronic structure, then only you can find this formal charge easily. So to find formal charge, one should be aware how to make a Lewis dot structure. Remember that. For example, first of all, I'll give you an idea how to calculate a formal charge. The formal charge on any atom will be equivalent to its total number of valence electron is equivalent to total valence electron minus lone pair electrons. Lone pair electrons are नॉन बॉन्डिंग, जो बॉन्डिंग में पार्टिसिपेट नहीं करते, मैंने बताया था अभी, एंड माइनस हाफ ऑफ बॉन्डिंग पेयर ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन्स. सो टोटल लोन पेयर्स याद रखना एंड टोटल बॉन्डिंग पेयर्स. नॉट ओनली काउंट पेयर्स, यू काउंट टोटल इलेक्ट्रॉन्स इन दैट पेयर. फॉर एग्जाम्पल ओजोन का अगर मुझे फाइंड करना है हर एक एटम का, तो ओजोन का लेविस डॉट स्ट्रक्चर हम लोगों ने ऐसा बनाया था, सिंगल बॉन्ड ऑक्सीजन 3 लोन पेयर्स, यहाँ सिंगल बॉन्ड था, फिर इसके बाद में यहाँ डबल बॉन्ड था ऑक्सीजन से, यहाँ पर 2 ही लोन पेयर थे एंड देयर इज 1 लोन पेयर. तो सपोज दिस इज योर ऑक्सीजन 1, this is your first oxygen, this is your second oxygen, this is your third oxygen. We need to find out formal charge on every oxygen. So let's talk about formal charge on the first oxygen. चलो फर्स्ट ऑक्सीजन पे हम लोग फाइंड करते हैं फॉर्मल चार्ज ऑन ऑक्सीजन नंबर 1. ठीक है. सो रूल क्या है, टोटल वैलेंस इलेक्ट्रॉन. तो इस ऑक्सीजन का वैलेंस इलेक्ट्रॉन कितना होगा 6 माइनस टोटल लोन पेयर्स ऑफ इलेक्ट्रॉन. सो देयर आर 3 लोन पेयर्स. 3 लोन पेयर मतलब 1 2 3 4 5 6 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स, 3 लोन पेयर्स माइनस हाफ ऑफ bonding pair of electrons. So this is a bonding pair of electron. One bond means 2 electrons. See, lone pair का मैंने total electron count किया है. And these are the valence electron, that is outermost electron. And bonding pair का total electron, one bond means 2 electrons. So now it becomes -1. So oxygen 1 has a charge, formal charge of -1. Formal charge on second oxygen. Second oxygen. So second oxygen के लिए valence electron is same 6 minus total lone pair is only 2 minus half of how many bond pair 3 bonds, making 3 bond in ozone. So 3 bonds means how many electrons. याद रखना this is a coordinate bond. मैंने आप लोग बोलेंगे सर ऑक्सीजन का valency 2 है, this is a kind of coordinate bond where a pair of electron is joined by single atom and shared between 2. तो ये ऑक्सीजन अपना पूरा एक इलेक्ट्रॉन पेयर, देखो सिंपल है, और ये ऑक्सीजन O2 मॉलिक्यूल है. अब सपोज एक ऑक्सीजन अकेला आ रहा है जिसके पास 6 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स है आउटर मोस्ट शेल में, ऑब्वियसली 6, तो दिस ऑक्सीजन विल गिव इट्स 2 इलेक्ट्रॉन टू इट ओजोन बनाने के लिए, लाइक दैट. यू नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड इन दिस मैन, इट्स अ कोऑर्डिनेट बॉन्ड. तो हाउ मेनी बॉन्ड्स आर मेकिंग 3 कोवेलेंट बॉन्ड. 3 कोवेलेंट बॉन्ड मतलब 3 2 6 इलेक्ट्रॉन्स. सो इट इज माइनस हाफ, -3 -2 -5, 6 -5 बिकम +1. इट्स अ चार्ज, तो मुझे लिखना पड़ेगा पॉजिटिव. नाउ फॉर्मल चार्ज ऑन O3, oxygen 3. So 6 minus how many lone pair? 4 lone pair minus half 2 bonds मतलब 4 electrons. So -2 -4 -6 becomes 0. So now ozone can be represented in this manner. 0 charge, this is +1, this is -1, formal charge. Simple है. This is how you deal with the formal charge of any atom in a molecule. कोई भी एटम का मॉलिक्यूल में फाइंड कर सकते हैं, बट यू शुड बी अवेयर ऑफ द लेविस स्ट्रक्चर. मतलब अगर मैंने समझो फॉर्मल चार्ज एक मॉलिक्यूल का निकालना है CO2, तो CO2 में C इज द सेंट्रल एटम. लेविस स्ट्रक्चर बनाते हैं इसका पहले. कार्बन हैज फर्स्ट फाइंड द वैलेंस इलेक्ट्रॉन. कार्बन इज 4 वैलेंस इलेक्ट्रॉन प्लस ऑक्सीजन 6, so 6 2 12, 12 + 4 is 16. तो ये हो गया कार्बन सेंटर में लेस इलेक्ट्रोनेगेटिव सराउंडेड बाय मोर इलेक्ट्रोनेगेटिव. Come on, 16. First make a single bond, then complete the octet of outer. तो 16, 8 और 8 16 हो ही है, बट सेंटर में 4 है, तो ऑक्टेट कंप्लीट करने के लिए 2 यहाँ से लाओ और 2 यहाँ से लाओ. सो नाउ इट बिकम्स व्हाट, द लेविस स्ट्रक्चर बिकम्स C, डबल बॉन्ड O, डबल बॉन्ड O, 2 lone pairs, 2 lone pairs. See, the octet is complete. Now this is oxygen 1 and this is oxygen 2. So let's find formal charge on first oxygen. 6th is the valence electron minus lone pair is 4. See, there are 2 lone pairs मतलब 4 minus how many bonding? 4 electrons, so half of 4. So -4 -2 becomes -6. So 6 minus 6 becomes what? 0. So in this oxygen the charge becomes what? 0. Okay. Now let's talk about the second one, the carbon atom. So formal charge on the carbon atom, 4 electron in the valence shell minus how many lone pair? 0 lone pair minus half into how many bonds here? 4 बॉन्ड मीन्स 8 इलेक्ट्रॉन, मतलब कितना हो गया यहाँ पर 0 अगेन. सिमिलरली ये O का भी क्या आएगा 0, सो दे हैव अ फॉर्मल चार्ज 0. क्लियर है? So this is how you can find a formal charge of any atom in this case. Okay, now one more example we can solve it out. Let's take a example of SCN. SCN के हम लोग एग्जाम्पल लेते हैं. एक एग्जाम्पल लेता हूँ मैं. लेट्स टेक एग्जाम्पल ऑफ SCN, थायोसाइनाइड आयन. अगर मैं आयन लिखूंगा सो इट हैज़ अ चार्ज ऑफ -1. ओके, तो सल्फर इज अ आउटर मोस्ट शेल में 6 इलेक्ट्रॉन प्लस कार्बन हैज़ 4 दैट इज 10, नाइट्रोजन इज 5. तो 10 + 5 is 15 electrons they have in their outermost shell. Okay, but in this 15 electrons if I add a -1 charge here, तो आप ऐड कर दोगे इट बिकम 16 SCN माइनस. कार्बन लेस इलेक्ट्रोनेगेटिव मैंने लिख दिया, ये सल्फर है, ये नाइट्रोजन है. लेट्स मेक अ सिंगल बॉन्ड योर. सो वी हैव 6 + 4 10 + 5 15 + 1 16. सिंगल इलेक्ट्रॉन. नाउ कंप्लीट द ऑक्टेट ऑफ मोर इलेक्ट्रोनेगेटिव एटम. तो 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 यहाँ पर हो गया 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. व्हाट डू यू डू? यू नीड टू शिफ्ट इलेक्ट्रॉन टू कंप्लीट दी ऑक्टेट. तो मैंने यहाँ का देखो इलेक्ट्रॉन यहाँ शिफ्ट किया है, यहाँ शिफ्ट किया है ताकि सेंट्रल एटम का ऑक्टेट कंप्लीट हो जाए. सो नाउ द स्ट्रक्चर बिकम S 2 लोन पेयर, डबल बॉन्ड C 2 लोन पेयर, नाइट्रोजन. सपोज दिस इज अ स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ thiocyanide ion. I need to find a formal charge on sulfur. So formal charge on sulfur will be 6 is the valence shell electron, oxygen family है, oxygen sulfur 6, minus 4 lone pair minus half into 4 bond pair. See properly. So here 6 minus 4 minus half into 2 is minus 2 minus 4 is minus 6. 6 minus 6 becomes 0 here in this case. So इस पे 0 चार्ज आ जाएगा. Now if you talk about formal charge on the carbon atom, तो your carbon atom के लिए 4 is the outermost valence electron minus 0 lone pair minus half into 8, तो again becomes 0. But if I count formal charge on nitrogen atom, तो outermost में इसके 5 होते हैं, minus how many lone pair? 2 lone pairs यानी 4 minus half into how many bonds? 2 bonds मतलब 4 electron. So this is minus 2 minus 4 minus 6 minus 6 plus 5 become what? Minus 1. So nitrogen has minus 1 का charge and carbon sulfur has a 0 charge. So we can make a structure and find the formal charge of any atom, but you should be aware of the Lewis dot structure. So guys, this was the first theory, that is the octet rule or octet theory, which explains the bonding, and we studied the limitation in the octet rule, also the application where we are able to find out the valence structure for atom or for a polyatomic atom, polyatomic molecule, and plus also the formal charge. Now in the next lecture we will move on with many theories, with different theories which explain the bonding, and these are valence bond theory, hybridization and molecular orbital theory. Okay guys, till then take care, bye.